Hey guys, I'm Tarek Marylees or Maryface, and welcome to another FSX flight. Today we are flying from Ecole, where we were last time, and we'll be landing at Etampes. I'm going to try and make things a bit more procedural this time. Uh, I have a navlog which I forgot to print, but it's okay. I've got it on a separate computer. We've got very light winds, so everything should be okay. They are gently increasing. And I will try and do it as professionally as possible. So let's start by filling up the aircraft, which I forgot which function it is. Shift 4, Shift 3, Shift 2, Shift 5, 6. Okay, I'm not getting anything. I need to fill up my aircraft. Nope, not Shift 2. Yeah, Shift 4. Alright, so I'm taking 3 passengers on Flight Simulator Economy, a great thing. So, filling up the aircraft, I am gonna change the oil. Simply because it's been a few days since I've flown, and I should have 28 gallons roughly. So, how many gallons am I to have? 28.8, so 29 gallons. So that's 28, 29. There you go. That should be okay. And roughly about the same on each wing. Alright, so now that we're done, we can start the pre-flight. Okay, so we've got a propeller. We're going to assume no nicks and dings. Pass your hands in front and behind the propeller on the edges. Check for obstructions. Click here because I don't know what it does. No bird nests or whatever. You can get some things, pretty weird stuff inside. You also check the alternator cable, make sure it's connected. Alright, let's inspect the fuel. And feels clear, and now we're going to check the tire. It's got no damage or etc. The oil between 6 and 8, that's great because that's what I just put in right now. The engine has not been running recently, so we don't need to clean the stick and stick it back in. Alright, let's check for the fuel quantity. Should be about 15. Yeah, just under 15. That's perfect. Alright, let's check more fuel. It's clear. Okay, we'll check examine tire thread and etc. And now I need to remove the wheel chock, so let's shift 3. Wow. Shift 3, tie it down. No, tie down, we'll leave it for now. And control lock as well. I need to read before I click these things. Okay. So, tire is properly inflated, no damage and wear. Check if the depth is okay. Alright, now we remove this tie down, and we check for damage along the leading edge. I'm going to assume no damage is along the leading edge, because I can't bother to remove the camera thing. Alright, check that all the screws are in place, nothing's missing, bent out of shape, etc. Now I actually need to remove the control lock, so that I can move the ailerons. Happy days, full control. Okay, let's move back here and make sure that the flaps are nice and steady, not moving too much. Which they're not, we can't even hear them. Okay, so we've got screws here, all okay, nothing out of shape, same here and here. No bizarre, nothing damaged in any way. Get rid of the tie down, check again, check these and these, we'll check this cable's connected. Check again here, there's got a little point here, and you got these, and you got these two connected, and that connected. Cable here, these guys, okay, happy days, it's all connected here. Now we're going to check these. We want this little bit. If this little bit is here, we cancel the flight. Okay, so check these, theirs are fine. That's all okay, and we check that this is nicely wrapped up and over the little circle thing, and it is, so we're all good. Happy days. And now we're going to check the trim tab. Let's listen to it. Okay, and it's not moving too much, it's fine. Okay, it says keep it closed, check lock with key. Open for me, it's a potential emergency exit, so I like to keep it open. Okay, flap, not moving. There's no inner interconnect with flaps. So you know when I explain, if you go above the flap speed, the white arc, the plane starts turning, indicating a split flap condition. That's actually pretty inaccurate on Explain 9. I don't know if they've corrected that in Explain 10. Okay, so yeah, all good. All the screws just like last time. Seems to be okay. And now we'll check these. Nothing bent out of shape. All the screws and bolts and whatnot are in there. We're all good. Okay, so let's check. Yeah, again, check that nothing's wrong. It's all good. Get rid of the tie down. Okay, this is the stall horn opening, check that there's no blockages. The fuel vents, check that there's no blockages as well. Tire improper inflated and wear and tear is okay. Fuel is not contaminated. Alright, if the fuel is contaminated, you shoot, where is it? If the fuel were contaminated, you'd see like something here or here. Water does not mix. Well, water will appears like bubbles and whatnot, and oil would be really obvious because it's dark colored. Check the oil level, the fuel level, and it's at 15, so that's good because 14 and 15 is 29, just like we said. All right, and right, I forgot to put the pitot cover, so normally we check to make sure there are no obstructions since I left it out. And we need to check the temperature, but before we do that, let's check everything. So we're going to turn on all the exterior lights. We're going to turn on the battery, because otherwise they're not going to light up. And we're going to turn on the pitot heat. And now we're going to look outside. Outside. There you go, outside. Check that all the lights are working. Okay, we've got the landing and taxi lights. We've got the nav lights. We've got the beacon and strobe lights. Everything is working fine. And finally, we check, nope, not here, here, the temperature pitot is working. Okay, so we get back into the cockpit, shift 3 again, and turn off the battery, turn off pitot heat, turn off all the lights. And we're going to turn on the beacon, because that's what's meant to be on at all times. I got my sunglasses on just to look cool. Okay, we've got some gentle headwinds today. So we're good. The pre-flight checklist is complete. We can get rid of this. Okay, let's set the trim now. It's a good thing to do that now. Pre-takeoff checklist. Mixture's back. Throttle's back. Everything's turned off. Key is in on position off. Fuel cutoff is put in. We're going to keep this on both since this is a short flight. No electrical equipment on. Actually, I'm going to turn on the battery and check for the flaps. So, full flaps. And we're going to look outside and make sure that they extend completely. Look at the other side and extend completely that way. Happy days. We're going to bring them back up. Turn off the battery. We've loaded the plane already, so we'll give the passengers their pre-flight brief and we'll start the FSC panel, the FSC client, and get this flight going. Okay, we can now turn off the battery, so let's turn that off. Happy days. Let's start the passenger brief. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this flight on your Cessna 172 with destination to Etampes. I would ask you to please remain with your seatbelts on at all time. To detach the seatbelts, you bring them across the waist and you put on the shoulder harness separately. It is just like the car except for the shoulder harness being a separate entity, and you put it through the hole and you clip it together. If you need a demonstration, I will do so after the brief. In the unlikely event of an emergency, I would ask you to please follow my instructions. I will inform you if such an unlikely case arrives, and if an even less likely case of an emergency landing off the runway, I will tell you to adopt the brace position by saying the words brace, brace, brace. At which point you will please adopt the brace position and we will land. I will open a door and I will ask my fellow co-pilot to open his door before we do an emergency landing, and we will exit from the aircraft behind in a diagonal direction. Okay, so we will moving away from the propeller and away from the tail wings. If you need a demonstration of the brace position after this brief, I would gladly demonstrate you how to adopt the brace position. Okay, so during normal operations, I will ask you to please maintain a sterile cockpit. That means no talking on the radio or to me or to anyone else whilst we are on the ground, around airfields, approaching and leaving them. I will tell you when these phases of the flights are occurring so that you can help me. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me. But for now, that's it for the brief, and have an enjoyable flight. Okay, so the passenger brief is complete. So let's get ahead and start moving stuff. We'll close the door. We can't close the door without locking it, so it's going to lock completely. That's okay. Not a big deal. Alright, so let's start with the pre-engine start checklist. We did it once, but we'll do it again just in case. Flaps up, mixture back, fuel shut off on, fuel on both, tanks, beacon on, everything else off, battery and alternator off, keys on the off position, avionics off. Compass, no cracks, and the liquid is clear. We'll check for working movement or during taxi. Attitude, all instruments, no cracks on their windows. We'll check them again after engine start. Alright, so now we've completed the what I like to call it, pre-engine start. Let's start with the pre-engine start checklist properly. Alright, so we'll move the magneto on both. Actually, we'll leave it on off for now. We'll turn on the battery. Okay, battery on. We'll put in fuel mixture. We'll put in, it's been a while since we took off, so fuel pump 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, turn it off. Happy days. And we will now check that the magneto switch. The keys are on both. Windows are closed, doors are closed. Look around, headsets off the ears, but we can put them inside, but we're going to keep my headset on so you can hear me on the microphone. 6mm for the throttle. And we shall now start the engine. Look around, clear prop, and start the engine. There you go. So we got the engine started, nice and easy. We'll bring it up a tiny bit in velocity. We've got, by the way, I should have said that we had the parking brake set. Okay, so keep that engine on 1000 for just a bit. And as soon as the attitude indicator stabilizes, we'll reduce power just for a bit, just to get the engine going. Alright, engine has started, so let's check the avionics master on. We'll put alternator on, which should have gone first actually. Avionics work with a beep. Okay, now alternator is not on. That's not good. Oh god. I'm doing things completely wrong. Sorry about that. That's okay. Alright, so we've got everything on. Engine start is at... Sorry, I just need to get my pen and paper. 11:22. So 11:22 is the engine start. Great stuff. Engine start 11:22. Let's move on. We will now put... Okay, normally Sansir has an ATIS frequency of 13102. However, Active Sky has their own ATIS thing, which is loads better, on 12200, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to put that in. And we're gonna. Yep, that works. It's very loud. 1800. Okay, so we got that set. Let's just check the checklist because we've completed the after startup checklist and make sure everything's okay. A few things I should check actually before we do that. Let's check the instruments all in the green. They're all in the green. Temperatures in the green and pressures in the green. We've got the vacuums a bit low, but should be fine. We've got the amp meter, which is a bit overcharging. That's a bit worrying. We might have to check that out because we could get an engine fire, electrical fire. Fuel flow is low. EGT is okay. Low. It's normal because we're on a low power settings. And the fuel indicator seems to be indicating the correct amount of fuel. Remember, fuel indicators tell us nothing more than if we have a fuel leak. Okay, so now we'll put power at 1000 RPM. And let's check the checklist. Okay, so oil pressure, we check that's green. Engines slow down for a minute, we've done. Alternator on. Amp meter check. Alarms test, we forgot to do that, so let's test the alarms. 8. And they work, and put it back down. We're gonna get a little bit of a pitch trim warning for a bit, but then it's gonna go off. Okay, actually we want it bright since it's a nice day. Okay, it's on bright. Cool. So now 1000 RPM says 1100, but I'll leave it at 1000. Magneto is on both. Check. Avionics master switch is on. Transponder is on out. Check transponder is on out. We're gonna set 7000 since this is the European VFR. Transponder settings. Okay, check the autopilot. So press once, press twice, and it beeps. It's working. Directional gyro. Reset the directional gyro. It's on 305, roughly 0306, and that's what the DG is on, so we don't need to reset that. And we'll check the QNH on the thing. I am gonna set the airport altitude as about 375 roughly, and we will listen to the ATIS and see how's it going.
Lima, Foxtrot, Papa, Zulu, information, Golf, 1009, Zulu, weather, wind, 180, at 6, visibility, 10, sky condition, 6,000, scattered, 4,000, scattered, temperature, 4, dew point, 4, QNH, 1008, advise on initial contact, you have information, Golf.
Alright, let's recheck that.
Lima, Foxtrot, Papa, Zulu, information, hotel, 10,
Hotel?
10, Zulu, weather, wind, 180, at 6, visibility, 10, sky condition, 6,000, scattered, 4,000, scattered, temperature, 4, dew point, 4, QNH, 1008, advise on initial contact, you have information, hotel.
Okay, I want to change that before it goes changing again. It seems... I thought that using the active sky thing would fix the whole information changing with every broadcast, but apparently not. So we've got information Golf Hotel. Well, I'm going to call it Hotel since that was the last broadcast. And it is 1806 knots, visibility 10 plus, scattered 6,000, temperature and dew point 44. So there's a risk of mist, which is a bit, and fog, which is a bit of a risk taking off VFR at this point. We will take it anyway because we've got a couple of IFR airports. Even though I'm not IFR qualified, I can use an ILS, which is all we need. QNH 1008. Check it's 1008 plus or minus 2 hectopascals. Okay, or I could just do the right thing and zoom in. Oh, that's an American 2.9er thing majig. I can't really... Hold on, let me check active sky. No, weather report. Where is pressure? Pressure 2977 is 1008. 2977? Yeah, that'll do. That's close enough, to be honest. 2977. There you go. Close enough, fool. That'll do. Okay. So we've got QNH, so the altimeter is working. And we've got information hotel, so we can start preparing. They did not mention which runway we're using. Assuming that's a 180 and it's runway 11 and 24. I can't do maths anymore. 27, 29, 29. Oh god, I don't do maths anymore. 29, yeah. We will be using runway 11. It's a bit of a pain because we've got to taxi to the other side of the airfield, but hey, gotta do what you gotta do. So, runway 11. I went the long way around with the heading bug. Okay, and we can start doing our traffic calls. I no longer use FS Cloud because it was making my sim crash and god knows what else. Hopefully the sim won't crash this time. Alright, so we got the beacon on, and we're going to put strobe on and nav on since we might get some fog. Let's get started. Saint-Cyr traffic, Foxtrot Hotel Echo Charlie Charlie, Cessna 1782, 4 people on board. We'll be taxiing to runway 11 right for a west departure to Etampes with information hotel. Of course, normally this airfield, when it's self-information, there's no ATIS, but hey, we can't have everything. There's no human ATC around Saint-Cyr. So let's start taxiing. We're going to taxi via Delta. I should have warned that. Actually, Foxtrot Charlie Charlie starting taxi via Delta. Okay, so I really don't understand why we have to do this. Oh, actually, because that's another parking slot and there's normally planes there. Okay. So let's start turning, and we turn. Okay, so brakes are left and right are working. The turn coordinator is turning the right direction, ball on the outside of the turns. Airspeed is steady for now. Attitude is stable. The DG is turning in the right direction. Compass is the same. Altimeter is okay. VSI indicating 0. And taxi checklist complete. Okay. We're all done with the taxi checklist. And I am now going to put up the pull up the Etampes charts, LFOX. You can get all these charts below, by the way. They're all there for you. Alright, so LF, sorry, it's a bit hard to look at the iPad while taxiing. LFOX. Cool. That's why I prefer traveling in paper form, really. Okay, so I got it, and I will be, now if I remember correctly, the destination airfield frequency is 12220 with active sky. I really don't like this. I wish they just replaced the frequencies on the thing. Okay, 1220. Is that working? That's not working. Maybe it's because I can't get it from here. I've got the active sky guide here actually, so let's look. Man, I should have looked this up before doing the flight. But I'm not used to, you know, looking at frickin' active sky guides before a flight. Okay. Wait, okay, we're here. Let's start our engine run up. We're gonna do it here. Just put it to the side. And there you go. Maybe I'm using the brakes a bit too much. Not very good. Okay, parking brake set. And I'm just gonna have a quick look at the ATIS information. So bear with me, people. User guide, active sky user guide, refresh. Voice features. 12202. Ah, that's different. 12202. So let's see if we can hear that. Okay, we can't hear it probably because we're too far. Okay, so let's do the engine run up. So the parking brake set, flaps are up, 1,800 RPM. Let's go. Woo. Okay. Alright. Here we go. Perfect. Let's try left magneto. Oh, 100, just about 100. So it's okay. See if the right one is just as fouled. Yep, just as fouled, 100. Still within the limits, so we're fine. Both. We're gonna reduce power completely. Ooh. Okay. Power reduced completely. And now we're gonna try and lean the engine. No increase in RPM, so everything's fine. Bring it back to 1,000. Happy days. Okay. So now that we're here, well, I'm just going to study the Etampes chart 2 seconds because I'm not going to use autopilot in this flight, so I want to make sure I know this. Okay, so the traffic pattern at Etampes means that I should turn before the towers, after the Lumari village, which is next to the power cables. Assuming we're landing on runway 24. If we're landing on runway 06, we need to turn before the Chalot-Moulineau village, which is at a road intersection of 3 roads. Okay. The traffic pattern is 1,500 feet QNH. And anything else? The approach procedures are none, so we just approach as our pleasure dictates. And we will be going from the RBT radio of 170 is what they say. 170 is what we'll use then. Okay, speaking of which, we're using a VOR today, so let's set the VOR frequency right now. 1174 if I'm not mistaken. Let's check once more. 1147. Ah, ha ha ha. Mistake. 1147. That's why we have nav logs and whatnot. Eh. Okay. 47. Okay. So from the traffic pattern to the west departure, it should take us 4 to 5 minutes. I did not include the pattern that I had to do because I thought we'd be taking off straight onto runway 27, but that's not the case. Or 29, but that's not the case. Okay, so we're gonna set this here, see if we can find it, and it's a radio of 170. So we're gonna point 170, or rather, yeah, a direction of 170. So let's put 170 here. That'll be the approach that's accepted. And considering that it's a 180 winds, we'll be landing on runway 24, and we're going to get quite a bit of crosswind if stuff gets worse. Okay, we've checked everything. Controls full and correct. I'm going to pretend so because I took away the yokes because they get in the way. We're going to put one set of flaps. Check. Okay, and we're going to assume that I visually checked all the controls. I can't be bothered. I'm pretty sure it's fine. The transponder is 7000 on alt. We've got we're still on the tower frequency, which is going to be Unicom for us now, and we are on the correct runway, 11 right, and we are ready for takeoff. Our departure brief will be: we will climb to 1,500 feet, as is the departure procedure of this airfield. We cannot climb any higher because we'll be in Class A airspace. We can't climb any lower because the traffic pattern is 1,200. We will do a west departure at just before the west departure point. We will leave the frequency. We will then go to the lakes. 2 lakes is what I call them, which is right next to the NDB. I'm not using the NDB to try and stay visual. It will be a heading of 221, and then we'll move on to the RBTVOR and then go straight to Etampes from the RBTVOR. RBTVOR is, let's see if we can hear it. R is B. Okay, let's see. Actually, I'm not going to do it for you. That's just silly. I'm being silly. Let's just hear it. See if it can detect it. We can probably hear it. Can we hear it? We can't hear it. That's not good. Well, we'll hear it later. We'll listen to it later. See if we can hear it when we're up in the air. It's really a miracle that we can even receive any signal at all. Okay. So the takeoff checklist complete. Okay, hold on. In the case of an emergency, V1 will be 50 knots. So anything above 50 knots, we will take off unless it's an engine failure. We will rotate at 60. V2 should be 65 knots. It should be actually 60, but we'll consider it 65 knots. It's a short turn onto the base. In the case of an emergency, we will have to land in the Versailles Lake as the safest place I can think of, because it's not a very safe departure. Okay. Pre-takeoff brief complete. Pre-takeoff checklist complete. We've got flaps 10 degrees. Everything is set, and then we're ready for departure. So let's just make the radio call. Sensor traffic, Foxtrot Hotel Echo Charlie Charlie at runway 11 right, ready for departure to the west, navigation to Etampes. Okay, so parking brakes released. Let's start turning. Nice and slow. There we go. I'm so angry that the runway is like dirt or grass instead of grass. It should be grass, and it's beautiful grass runway as well in real life. And I think the add-on was like that before, but and then I added a bunch of add-ons, and now it's weird. Okay. Check trim is on center. Good. We've got everything working. We will check that the airspeed needle is alive when we start the takeoff roll. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie on runway 11 right, taking off. Okay. Okay, hands on the throttle. Needle's alive. 50 knots. Let's rotate. Okay, there you go. And we can feel that wind coming in, so we're going to do a little bit of crabbing, bit of right foot, counter the left aileron. And you can see the Chateau Versailles right there. Okay, doing well. Let's get some 65 knots going on there. Happy days. And we will start our turn now. Yes, I told you it's a very short base. Okay. Happy days. We're all doing well, flying just over the basin. Actually, we're a bit short of the basin. I could have waited a bit. I overestimated the winds. Over 700 feet. Flaps up. Flaps are up, confirmed. Okay, let's keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Oh god. And the rest of the turn. Way too much. Okay. Check. Alright, cool. Base. Okay, so we're going to report downwind. We're still climbing 1,100 feet. We're going to start turning in a bit again because we've got the tailwind. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, start turn. Okay, so we're turning downwind. And we can reduce that a tiny bit to 2,400. Oof. Okay, I'm not very good piloting skills. Okay, we're nearly at 1,500 feet. Okay, 1,500 feet. Level off. 1,300 RPM. This should get us between 110 and 100 knots. I am purposefully moving to the side as I've been both twice overestimated the winds. We will be turning in just a tad, just before the wind village. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie is downwind. Okay. We're downwind, we're a bit over 1,500 feet, so let's nudge the plane down a little bit. Begin our turn to the crosswind. We'll report when crossing the runway axis. Alright. As is procedure in Ecole. Happy days, we've got the flaps up. We've got power on 1,300 roughly. Things are a bit hectic right now. Get in a bit of trim wheel. It's not an exactly rectangular traffic pattern in this case. Not because I don't want it to, but it's just the way it is, so deal with it. Alright. We will be crossing the runway axis in a few seconds. Let's check that. Okay, so got a bit too much airspeed, but that's okay, it'll slow down in a tad. Okay, Foxtrot Charlie Charlie crossing runway axis. Cool. So at stern, we're going to fly over the forest, as is part of the procedure. Here in France, we've got these ridiculous laws. Not ridiculous, they're understandable, but saying that you have to be stupidly high to be able to fly overhead dense populations, or any population in fact. So we're going to try and avoid most of these areas, since we can't climb very much higher than 1,500 feet, and in fact we're going to stay to 1,500 feet the whole flight. Oh! Starting to get low clouds. Okay, so this is different than what the ATIS reported. Yeah. Well, we're okay, we still have visual, so we're fine. Not really legally speaking, but we're fine. We're not in any danger. Okay, so we're at 115 knots, which is a bit elevated. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, so I did not check the takeoff time. That's not good. It's 11:43 now. We will start our timings at the west departure point, which point we will turn at a heading of 222. A heading of 222 from the west departure point. And we are suffering frame rates right now. Our frame rates are getting nommed by this new weather phenomenon of low clouds and mist, as was expected. Low visibility. Still VFR, so we're good. But I have a feeling it's getting worse, which is not very good. We'll continue the flight, and then if need be, we can land at Pontoise or Toussus. I might have to bring up the charts for that. Okay, so we're turning towards the west departure point. We'll contact the radio. Sounds here. Traffic, Foxtrot Charlie Charlie, leaving the frequency at the west departure point. Have a good day, Foxtrot Charlie Charlie. Okay, so if we can leave the frequency now at any point we want. At this point, if I was flying VFR, I would contact Paris Information to give me a squawk code, and I'd like them to follow me. I've done that ever since I had a near mid-air collision in real life, and I really didn't like that. And it was a guy overtaking me, and he really stuck to me while I was in the middle of a turn, and we got really close from crashing. That you like file an air prox and all that, and it's not good when you're less than 100-hour pilot with very little experience. It's scary. Okay, so now it's okay if we get it above 1,500, but we'll try and stay there just for the sake of practice. Okay, so we are now turning at a heading of 222. So let's put that on the heading bug. 222. 222. Roughly that. Okay, and it's 11:44, and we'll begin our navigation to the two lakes. This is getting important as we can't see anything. Okay, we will turn to heading of 222. As you can see, there's all these villages. I am going to... Okay, let's see. Heading 222. We'll make it to this green patch field there, because that's at about 222. We'll avoid all these stupid villages. Okay. Meantime, let's do our in-flight checklist. Okay, amp meters on 0, which is good. We've got pressure in the green, temperature in the green, fuel levels are okay, no leaks, EGT is fine, within the limits. We will not bother any leaning above 3,000 feet, so below 3,000 feet, so we're fine. Let's see. We've got 2,500 RPM. This is why we're a bit too fast. Okay. Let's reduce that to 2,300 and get some pull up a bit. Okay, so we're still flying towards a nice building. I'm gonna cheat and fly over this a little bit. I can already see the lakes. They're here and here. And I was saying before, France VFR scenery is actually pretty brilliant. Really, really good stuff. Oh, wow, I can see again. Oh, active sky, you and your sudden creepiness stuff. Okay, I should stop looking around as it really, really, really messes up my frame rate. I need to get a new graphics card or something, I don't know. Everything in my computer is good apart from the hard drive and the graphics card, so I'm assuming it's a graphics card. Okay, so we're flying to the center of that lake, so we don't need to exactly look where we're going anymore. It was 11:44 when we started. This is meant to last 4 minutes. It's been 2 minutes, and so we'll see how strong the winds are, actually. It seems to be a bit weaker since we might actually get there 1 minute beforehand, but that's okay, it's not too big a deal. VOR RBT, actually, what am I doing? I should not have put it on 177, I should have put it on 122. Since this is how we're going to get there, using the VOR. So let's put that 122. Oh, passengers, sorry, you guys can talk now to each other, no problem, and you can ask me any questions. We're not talking to anyone right now, so feel free to have a conversation. Should have told the passengers to do that earlier on. I'm pretty sure they would have asked me at this point. Okay. So, I'm going to put 120 to make it easier. So I'm going to wait until the VOR starts getting happy. Come on, VOR, get happy. We're gonna put a bit more power. No, too much power. Okay. It's there you go, starting to turn now. These two lakes are reservoirs of some sort. I have to be careful because there's actually a castle around here that I'm meant to fly over. Let's check where it is. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! Calm down there, Biddy. Nah, we're fine from the castle. As long as we don't fly too far south, we'll be fine. There's a castle which is surface to 500 feet above surface level. We're fine, actually. Nah, no need to worry about the castle. No need to worry. Okay, so return to heading on 120. 120. Bam. Alright. I can see a tower, if you guys can see it there. I'm going to turn that way. Okay, it is now 1:48. So that was 4 minutes, exactly. Perfect. Okay, so 4 minutes. That's great. Great stuff, 4 minutes. So now we're going to 11:48, and the next point is 9 minutes. Oh, no, it's another 4 minutes, so we're good. So at 52 is when we're meant to arrive overhead the VOR, roughly. Of course, there's going to be perhaps a little bit longer, having to fly around these villages and whatnot. Okay. As you can see, I'm not that great at holding an altitude. But it's okay, it's within 100 feet, so I guess it's within test standards. I'm telling you guys, like, flying in a simulator is an entire separate skill from flying in real life, in terms of, like, kinesthetics and stick and rudder skills. Oh my god, it's getting misty again. I really have to be ready to contact the Pontoise Tower. If I were an IFR and this kind of situation's ready... Sorry, if I were an VFR and this kind of situation arises, considering that I am not an IFR pilot... Oh, I'm too high. And at some point the visibility gets below VFR, I would go ahead and declare an emergency, considering that weather factor is the biggest killer in aviation. The biggest. That's pretty terrifying. So, spatial disorientation and whatnot, you know, not good things. Really not good stuff. Okay. So 4 minutes, so it's 52, so we got 2 minutes left apparently. Still not on the thing, so I'm ready to reach the tower thing. So I'm gonna start, considering there's only fields now, I'm just gonna follow the VOR needle and stick to my altitude. Still, I'm reasonably close to 1,500. Let's push the nose a bit and then bring it back up, and the plane will sort itself out. Okay. Let's see if we can see the VOR beacon on the floor. Can't see it yet. So this VFR France VFR scenery is great. Ultra realistic. I mean, I actually feel like I'm flying the route because I've done it several times, and it's pretty bang on. Troubles. It's like a frame rate nom-nommer. Really is a frame rate nom-nommer. It's not the A2A Cessna, because I've flown that in orbit scenery. It's full on the scenery, and not only that, there's no lighting at night, so at night you're pretty much blind, which is very disappointing because, you know, orbit scenery and that kind of stuff, they do it, and I'd really like for France VFR to do an update on patch and that kind of stuff. I should probably ask them at some point. Okay, so we're too far to the left of the VOR, so let's do a little turn to the left. It's now 51. We should reach the VOR in 1 minute. Once we fly a beam of the VOR, we will be turning to heading 170 according to the thing. Actually, it's going to be 177 according to the winds. So, but 177. 177 should do. Okay, 175. In between 17 and thingamajig. Ooh, I'm quite close, so it's going to be quite sensitive at this point. I can't really see. Oh god, my frame rates. Ah, it's just horrendous. Did I start the client? I did not start the FS Economy client. Ah, man. Oh, not fun. I am taking the default Cessna and I'm GPSing. Oh, we turned. Okay, we're here. 152. Happy days. Now we're going to turn this to 177. 177. Wait. Oh man, I can't believe this. 152, so we're bang on schedule. So everything is just as predicted. Okay, so now about to fly a village, overfly a village. Moaning about the frame rate, and I forgot to frickin' start the FSE client. Next time, it's the first thing I'll do. It's not like I use up all the 30 hours. God dang it. Oh. No. Not good. Not good. Okay. Cruise checklist, something I should have done several times. Fuel level is okay. Temperature and pressure in the green. Vacuum's a bit low. I always say vacuum cleaner for some reason. The app meter is 0, which is good. Fuel flow is within the normal range. EGT is fine, all within limits. And I need, oh, whoops, I'm not paying attention to where I'm going, and now the VOR is getting angry with me. Instruments are okay. I might start aligning the DG in a sec. So let's point south on the DG and see how far off we are. Okay. What is the actual heading? Actual heading is, come on, stabilize, boy. Stabilize, boy. South is like 175-ish, so I'm gonna turn it, yeah, that way a tad. Just a little bit. I don't know why the DG so it doesn't, like, there's no drift at all, which is really weird. Should be a little bit. Should be a tiny tad. Okay. So let's turn this way until we intercept the VOR radio thing. 52, 54. How long is this leg winch last? 9 minutes, if I remember correctly. 9 minutes is correct. 9 minutes is correct. And we're a bit low, so let's pull up a bit and get ready to turn to the correct heading. Okay, so 177 is the heading we want to turn at, and actually this is gonna, yep. Okay, and anything else? No, it was 9 minutes, so 152 is 161, so it's gonna be 1201. 1201, and big giant village in the way. So I'm gonna check because I know this village. It's kind of like it's a good indicator of where we are. Dourdan. It's called Dourdan village. And we're still descending. Man, what the heck? Why are you trimmed for 120 knots? I am moving way too fast. Which actually means the winds are weaker than there should be. I'm going to turn to the left side of the village. And I am going to start listening to the actually, was that the VOR, correct VOR thing? I forgot to check to the thingy-majig. No, it's not letting me do anything. Why can't I listen to the Morse code? Dang it! I want to listen to the Morse code. I've learned Morse, not for nothing. I need to practice this stuff. Okay, I'm going to be going too far to the left, but that's okay. Too far to the left. And we're doing fine in terms of airspeed. Let's make sure it stays at that airspeed, so it stays at that altitude. Bang on 1.5. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, well, that's not happening, so let's listen to the ATIS. That's not happening either. Well, let's listen to the default ATIS then. And then we can set the, gotta move quite fast actually. 129 or 9? 129 or 9? 129 or 9? 9? Okay. Bravo. 161 at 4. 14. Okay, you guys can't hear this, but information Bravo wins 1614, visibility 4 plus, clouds 1200 scattered, QNH 1008 and runway news 24. We're gonna land there anyway. I don't care about the clouds. It's scattered, so it doesn't matter. Technically illegal, but hey, what the heck? 109.05. There you go. Okay. It is now 58, so we should be there in 3 minutes or so. And then can I see it? I'm not sure I can. I am pretty... Oh, turn to the correct heading. That would help me see it if I turn to the correct heading. Just a little bit. Just a tad. Okay. Turn. Okay, we're a bit too much power. 2,400, but it's okay. We're within the limits of the aircraft. Okay. And check. Let's contact. That's actually it. We're here. Okay. Etampes traffic, Foxtrot Hotel Echo Charlie Charlie, Cessna 172, 4 people on board, are approaching from the north from Station Ecole, and for a full stop landing, runway 24. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie is 1 minute away from the traffic pattern, or downwind. Okay. Shizamabob. Is it this village or is it the next one? I'm thinking it's the next one. I don't see an airfield here, so I'm going to say it's the next one. And you know what I'm going to do to check this? I am going to check my map. Handy map. Indeed, it is the next one. This is just a little bump thing. There should be a town to my right. There is a small town to my right. There are 2 small towns to my right. Yep, so that's probably it, actually. Sure. Actually, it should be to my left. I'm such a silly Billy. And yes, indeed, there's a big whooping town next to the frickin' frick. Okay. We're actually quite close. It should be right ahead. And I can see it. It's this stuff here. All this stuff here. Man, you gotta know. You gotta know your way around. Alright. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie. Etampes traffic, Foxtrot Charlie Charlie is 1 minute from the downwind. Okay, so we'll be doing a 2-4 landing, which is a bit strange considering the wood direction, but I concede. In fact, I'm pretty sure I made a mistake beforehand. I should have taken off. No, I didn't make a mistake. I was doing fine. I was doing fine. I am speaking shizamabobs. Okay. So we're meant to turn before a village, which I cannot see. I think it's this village right here. Yeah, that's the village. That's the one. Okay. Oh, wait. No, 2-4. It's the other direction. Gosh, that's the second time I do this. We're turning after this village right here. Okay, let's announce our intentions. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie joining downwind 1,500 feet. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie. Okay. Let's join the downwind, and we shall set up the aircraft for a traffic pattern. So let's start 1,900 RPM. Should do it. Keep that altitude. Bit power. I'm too high, I think, so we can actually start. We'll bring it down to 1,600 RPM. 700 RPM should do. 1,700 should do. Okay. Don't climb. Wait, don't climb. Okay. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing fine. Okay, so I know the power lines are along this, if I'm not mistaken, and this is the village we're going to turn after it. Okay. Okay, so we're below 80. So flaps down and down to back to 1,600, I think, and we can start. Hey! Don't climb! Don't climb! We've got some thermals here. Okay. We're gonna start turning. I'm gonna start turning now, even though I'm too high. Turning. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie turning crosswind. Turning base. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie correction. Okay. We're descending. 80 knots. We're okay. On base, we're gonna bring down the second set of flaps. You know, if we don't exceed the flap limits. Whee! I'm always bad at predicting when to turn. It's horrendous. All right. Okay. So we can start getting that nose back a bit. Put in a bit of more power. Okay, and second set of flaps and start turning. I do not agree with anyone that says you should wait until you finish your turns. Actually, wait. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Sorry, that was not an insult to anyone in particular. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie, base for 2-4, left. I'm landing on the concrete. Okay, okay, I got my second set of flaps. Oh man, I'm doing this all the time. See, I told you I'm really bad at predicting. That's okay. I got a while. No one's getting angry. No one's here, thankfully. 60 knots. That's a bit low. It's a bit low of an airspeed, so let's get a bit more power. Okay. And frame rates. Frame rates, man. Frame rates. Ugh. Awful. Okay, we're on final. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie final for 2-4 left. Okay, I know the runway is longer, but heck. This is a Cessna 172. How much runway do we actually need? Okay, so an approach speed of 65 knots would be nice. Let's put the last flaps down. There's not too much wind. Alright. No! What? Oh, the traffic light. Okay. Reduce power since I'm a bit high. And let's keep that. Ooh. Am I full flaps here? Check full flaps. Okay, really high. I might have to go around. Please don't go around. Hey! We don't have to go around because I'm too slow. Too slow. And we can start flaring. Since we got our nose way down. Wait! This is not good. Full power. Climb. Oh! This is dangerous. This is worthy of an accident investigation. Flaps up. Oh, Foxtrot Charlie Charlie going around. Woo! Okay, this is a perfect example of what not to do when you're on final. Okay, 1,500. That's 300 feet higher than Ecole, so we'll be retracting flaps at 1,000 feet. And get that trim wheel up. Oh, I want to land, man. These low FPS is getting me annoyed. Okay, so remember, we turn before the village. That's over there, right there. Ah. 1,000 feet, flaps up. Oh, keep climbing, boy. Keep climbing. Alright, we can start our turn. Oh, actually, oops. Wait, hey, don't climb that much. Ooh, wow, some bad pilots. I blame the FPS rate. Sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and blame it. And oh yes, just before the village. Very good, very good. Okay. Keep climbing. You're still not there, buddy. You're still not there. Okay, try number 2. Let's try and not kill the plane, shall we? Shall we? Or not? Okay. Alright, so 1,500 feet. Foxtrot, Charlie, turning downwind for 24 left. Okay. We're climbing too much now. Good thing we've got to put the power down. And it's a good thing we have no Class A airspace right above us here. Okay. Let's set up for the downwind. Alright, cool. 1,900 RPM. See if that does it. Nope, need a little bit more. There you go, buddy. A little bit more for you. Okay. Check downwind. Confirm downwind. Just descending a bit. Okay, we can start pulling back now. I'll do. Get that going. Foxtrot Charlie is downwind for 24 left. Okay. This time we will not nearly crash the plane. That would be a great idea. I blame the frame rate, man. Frame rate is awful right now. Like, it's seriously, a child can get a higher frame rate with drawings. Okay, 80 knots, just above. It's okay as long as it's in the green arc. And stop it from climbing. Stop it from climbing. Okay, we're gonna start descending a bit earlier this time. So we're gonna put 1,600. We're gonna pass behind that village and stop climbing. Gee, what is it new in climbing, man? And keep that airspeed up, 75. Okay, we can start turning now. Trying to keep those turns within 20 degrees. Bank angle, I think, is the general rule. God, look at this frame rate, man. Like, honestly, that's just disgusting. Absolutely gross. And I'm a bit close to the village, so I'm going to just extend that a little bit by keeping that. I know it's a bit cheating, but whatever. Alright, check the airfield. Okay, I'm doing a bit better this time, I think. Let's try and not crash the plane, eh? Yeah, let's try and not break the flaps either. That would be a good idea, I think. Reduce power a bit, 1,007. 1,006 is the approach, but whatever. Foxtrot Charlie's crosswind is base for 24 left. I keep on getting crosswind and base confused for some reason. Not good. Hey! Who told you you could slow down to 60 knots? Huh? I sure as hell didn't. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to put the last set of flaps down. There's no need for that. Got enough runway. 20 degree turn. Keep an eye on that airspeed. I'm going to do a nice, gentle, long turn because I can. Oh, man, no wonder this thing was suffering when I was using track IR. See, I overshot it because I didn't go on a 20 degree turn. What is wrong with me? And I am too fast. But at a better... Let's reduce power and keep that pitch. 1,500. Oh, okay, now I'm too high. So reduce for a bit and put in a bit. Okay. Let's start. Get that nose down. 75 knots. Doing good. Keep it at 75, boy. Careful. Put in a bit of power. Okay. 65 knots. There you go. That's what we want. Get bit of power. Okay. Bring the nose up a tad. Bit better approach. And we're not in the center line. That's not good. Reduce power and start the flare. Wait! Start the flare! Gosh. The thing is, there's a definite delay in terms of, like, the controls. Oh, that's okay. Not too bad. We're going to roll to the end of the runway since we're at it. Since we're using up the whole runway. So no need of brakes. That was not a very good landing. It's better than last time. Okay, and we can start braking gently. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie landed on runway 24 left. I forgot to announce I was on final. Okay. Brake and turn. Turn. Okay, let's stop right here. Etampes traffic, Foxtrot Hotel Echo Charlie Charlie is clear of the runway. Flaps up! Frame rate's still low. Okay. Let's get our Etampes chart out. And I am gonna choose a random parking area since I've never actually parked here. We're in alpha right now, holding point alpha. You know what? These taxiways have no name. That's intriguing. I'll just say taxiing to the parking. Foxtrot Hotel Echo Charlie Charlie taxiing to parking. Okay. Flaps are up. Look at this, man. That is some intense trimming. Some intense trimming. Okay, now it's done. Let's power it. We successfully landed. It's 12:12. Oh, we should welcome our passengers. I didn't tell them they had to shut up. But that's okay. Hey passengers. How you guys doing? We're at Etampes. Successfully arrived here. I hope you enjoyed the farmer markets they've got here. The fantastic fruits and stuff. Way cheaper than here in the UK. It's absolutely rubbish. Anything else you say? Yes, we've got low FPS. Sorry about the go around. We've got a mixture of a bad pilot and a suffering computer, which led to poor visual acuity. And the pressure just suddenly changed, I've noticed. In the meantime, if you'd like to ask me any questions, I'm apparently transmitting on the wrong frequency. That was good. Good stuff, Tarek. Good stuff. So nobody heard me. That's good. Good. Like a pro. I'm going to park here because they've got hangar doors, and I think that's cool. They've got open hangars. That's awesome, man. Let's brake. I'm going to brake. Not brake the plane, though. Turn. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask you to remain with your seatbelt on until the engine has stopped and I have vacated the aircraft to help you out of the airplane. Okay, so we're here. Let's actually switch the correct frequency. That's the second time I've done that, man. Big error. Foxtrot Charlie Charlie at the parking area, leaving the frequency. Have a good day, everyone. Way! So I've done an entire set of calling out traffic calls on the wrong frickin' frequency. That's good to know. Cool stuff. Alright, parking brakes set. Avionics off. Alternator off. Okay. Mags test. I'm going to take off the helmet to hear this. Okay, yep, they're fine. And we're gonna pull back completely. Happy days. Engines cut. Yay! Take these off so I can actually hear stuff. Lights off. Alternator off. Clear on the off position. And that's it. That's it. We've completed the flight. So let's get our passengers out. So we're going to open left door and right door. And I've emptied the plane accidentally first. Okay, plane's empty. We got the wheel chocks tie down and pitot cover. Let's do that. Let's not forget the pitot cover. 7, I think it was. Nope, not 7. 8. Pitot cover on, and let's get out here. Get out here. Okay, that's the flight completed. I did not check the time. I'm going to time minus 1 minute, we'll say. 12:16. 12:16. Where's my piece of paper? And 12:16. Okay, that is a flight. I am very bad at maths. 0 hours and okay, is that 1 hour? Yeah. Oh God, I'm awful at this. And 52 minutes. 0 hours and 52 minutes. That was our entire flight from parking stand to parking stand. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with me on this SM-72. I apologize again for the go-around. If you would like, please fly again with me. I am a great pilot. Okay. Have a good day. Okay, so that's it for today's flight. We've got the aircraft parked and ready for the next flight. I am now going to redo this flight with the default Cessna, except I'm going to do it straight in. I'm so annoyed that I forgot to do this. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask me. I will be giving you pretty much everything for this flight. The flight plan and whatnot. You can download them in the link. I will put a link to every add-on I've been using. Well, most of the add-ons I've been using, not the airfields, because I forgot where they are, and I can't be bothered to look them up. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's stop streaming.